What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Lockdown Career Mode. It's episode number 85, and today we're returning with three big games with Nottingham Forest as we face our rivals Leicester at home, Bournemouth away in two big Premier League games aiming to stay top, and then the big one, the first leg of our first ever Champions League knockout round as we take on Valencia at the City Ground. Three big games in the lead up to the EFL Cup Final, loads of stuff to get through, and we should see the debuts of our three new signings as well. Let's just get straight to it. And the objective for us is very simple. Right now, 3 points clear of Liverpool with 13 games to go. Win our remaining fixtures, win the Premier League title. Easier said than done, of course, but against our rivals Leicester, just 3 wins in 25 games and only above the drop zone by a single point. This should be a banker. Let's make sure we get the win. Come on, Forest. Watson comes out of position to win it, and as Origi turns his man and leaves him in the dust, he drills it in to make it 1-0. And I've said this so many times, and I hate to keep on going on about it like a broken record, but how many goals do we score that start off with a Mason Watson tackle or block or interception? Flies in there, 50-50 ball, but that's just commitment from the captain. Wanted it more, wins it back, quick attack, and the top scorer gets his 27th of the year. 1-0 Forest, up by a goal, 9 minutes in. Justin over the top. Sam's going to come out of his goal to meet it. Go on, Sam. Go on, Sam. Oh, yeah. Gets a clattering. But once again, we win the 50-50 duel, man. So often in football, that's what it comes down to. Who wants it more? And at the moment, it's definitely us. Rice to Leao. Flicks onto Origi. Through the legs. Ivan Toney style. And away he goes. Divoc's got the pace. And he's got the end product. Outpaces them all, drills it home. No better striker in the Premier League than this man. 28 goals for what will surely be the Golden Boot winner. The only man that can stop him is the man celebrating with him, Rafael Leao. Bell wins it back and finds Divock chasing a hat-trick into Declan. Looking for Leao. Oh, that's just shocking goalkeeping. What was that? Rafael makes it 3. Dear, oh dear, I mean, it looped up high in the sky, but talk about losing your bearings. Sometimes the game doesn't want you to win and do anything to stop you. Sometimes I feel like it just gives you a helping hand. Yeah, I mean, the points are in the bag, doesn't really matter, but dear, oh dear. Still, this is a nice sight. Welcome back, Ollie Watkins. First time back in the Nottingham Forest shirt since leaving in Season 2. 24 minutes to go, we lead by 3. The game's done, but great to see Ollie grace the field in a Forest shirt once again. And, you know, with Leao and Origi unstoppable, I do believe this is where Watkins is going to be playing. He's come off of Bamba. He'll be on that left-hand side. I think this is going to be Watkins' position for us from now on. Whether he starts or comes off the bench, he's now a left winger and an inside forward. As Jerry does find him, and he'll roll through the out. Keep on running. Keep on running, Ollie. Go on. Oh, it's a dream return for Ollie Watkins, right off the bench, makes it 4, drills it in at the near post. Oh, he still loves us. What a dream return. Well, you know, there's a good chance the title could be decided on goal difference for a second straight season. So as we've mentioned, we need to keep on winning, but winning by multiple. 2 for Divock, 1 for Rafael, and 1 for Ollie on his second debut for the club as well. We've got more firepower than ever before now. Weren't exactly unstoppable today, but just clinical in front of goal. 4 shots on target, and all 4 found the back of the net. And the reason why, despite Watkins scoring on his second debut for the club, he will remain on the bench is because our dynamic duo are just absolutely in sync and unstoppable. Divock with a brace, Rafael with 1, and set up 2 as well. You can't stop these guys, and you can't split them as a pair either. They're just perfect. And Liverpool were the early kickoff. They beat Sheffield United by a goal to 0, so we remain 3 points clear and extend the goal difference gap to plus 13 now. Amazing how we've ran away with it in recent weeks. And Bournemouth are playing Manchester City on this Sunday the 11th of February. So what we'll do is we'll quickly advance 1 day in the calendar, check the table, and as you can see, Man City are not giving up the ghost, man. They are refusing to let us and Liverpool pull away. Another victory for Guardiola's side. The gap cut to 6 points between us. We do have a far better goal difference swing, but with just 12 games to go, you can't rule them out. You can't rule Chelsea out. Manchester United could still do it. It's going going to be tough though, but the top 4 are separated by 8 points with 12 games to go. It is incredibly tight. So moving on, second of 3 games prior to our first leg of the Champions League round of 16 against Valencia, and with everyone in the top 4 playing today, there should be wins for all of the top 4. I can't see anyone slipping up. We're away at Bournemouth at the Vitality, Man City are at home to Watford, Liverpool take a trip to St James's Park, and Chelsea are at home to Aston Villa. Who's going to blink with 12 games to go? If not us, then we'll stay top. Come on, Forest. Congratulations to Bournemouth on their relegation from the Premier League as well. Eddie Howe's a class manager though. I'm sure they'll be back if he stays. As the first highlight looks to fall here, I see Leao, great movement, and the finish to match as well. Divock slides him through, and again, this is why I love Ollie Watkins to pieces, man. But you can't sacrifice the partnership these two have to put our number 9 in the starting 11 like he was in the first year and a half. These two, they're inseparable. The chemistry is fantastic. Divock spots him, Raphael the movement, and the finish to match as well. If anyone's going to take Divock's top spot in the race to the Golden Boot, it's going to be his strike partner. Speaking of the final day as well, Aston Villa staying up despite Bournemouth's win at Goodison Park. Not many people believed that Villa would stay up around Christmas time, as Watson makes a big block there. So you have to give them credit. You got to give Dean Smith some credit. You got to give the players a lot of credit. And Jack Grealish, I mean, I'm pretty sure even if Villa were to go down, he'd be staying in the Premier League at someone else. But I'm so happy that he is going to remain a top flight player regardless, man. He is an excellent young talent. Goal updates thus far, but we're doing our job. So regardless of what goes on around the grounds in the league right now, we'll still be top. As Upamecano makes that interception. A bit of a slow start to the game though. Yet to get going, to be honest, still leading by 1. I know he exploded into life against Leicester, but Bournemouth are making me sweat a little bit here. Continuously losing the ball. When they come forward, they look dangerous. Philip Billing slides through Fraser, and Watson has to make another block here. The cherries have been encouraging. It's the second goal for me that's key. You know, when you can get a second goal in a game where you are massive favourites, then that settles so much pressure. But as I always say, I never feel comfortable only leading by 1, regardless of who I'm playing and how good we are as a team and how good our form's been lately. Jonathan Bamber does well. If Ajeri makes the right run, this is his. Nods on, brilliant save by Musso. That should have been 2. Deo to Mason. I see Matty making a move there, and what a ball by Watson. Cash takes it in his stride. Yes, that's brilliant. Watson, where are you, bro? Where are you? Come celebrate with us, mate. Don't stay back. Matty's going to run to the travelling fans and point to the name on the back of his shirt. What a ball by Watson, though. First goal of the season a couple of games ago against Everton. That was glorious. And Cash, our unsung hero in this team, drills it in to the far corner for his second of the season in all competitions. 5 minutes to go before the half. You see Watson in the background there. This guy this season, man, on another planet. Goal up there at St James's Park, and Liverpool have just retaken the lead there in the northeast through Larouci. Didn't even know about the first 2 goals. That's the problem with FIFA career mode, man. The goal updates are so inconsistent, you can't really rely on them. I really hope next year they improve that side of the game, because especially in like the final days in a league season, they're obviously so important, and it's just so unreliable. But anyway, still leading by 2 here. I feel like we should be able to see this game out now, and perfect confidence heading into that tie against Valencia. Matty to Jay, controls. Divock asking for it, so I'll send him. I see Declan in the middle. There's Leao. Onside. Flag stayed down. Good save, but Rice turns in the rebound. A little bit of luck, and we'll take it. Declan's second goal for the club. 2-goal cushion restored. Points in the bag. Nice ball through, and Pineda is denied by Tomori with a brilliant block on the line as he hoops it clear as well. And that's why Fikayo is remaining as a Nottingham Forest player. Now that Deo stepped in, he and Mason and a duo at the back, but Tomori is so bloody good. The awareness there is superb. Forest get the 3-1 win. Full credit Bournemouth, man. They went at us in this game, and honestly, I think the scoreline is deceptive. This could have been a draw so easily. Thankfully, we were just more clinical than they were. And again, Mason Watson, my man in the match today, setting up 1 goal himself with that glorious ball to Matty Cash in another brilliant captain's performance. Question is, what happened in the games around the ground? Liverpool extended their lead and Man City did the same as well. So that means the table remain as the same, providing Chelsea beat Aston Villa at home, which I expect they did. No change then. So third and final game, and this is the big one. Valencia at home in the first leg of the Champions League last 16 here at the City grounds. You're going to get a solid first leg result to take back to the Mestalla. Warning signs in that last game though, we're far from perfect. But I'm going to start Watkins for the first time in this game, and let's see if Ollie can give us a magic moment once again. Third and final game, it's Valencia. There's only change to the lineup as well. Raphael taking a breather on the bench for now. Just because I think if we are going to put someone up top alongside Ollie Watkins, it would be Divo because he is the top scorer. So Raphael can get some rest time. And again, we've got the EFL Cup Final at Wembley on the weekend against Chelsea. And I will be fielding a weakened team for it because, as we talked about it, the kids has got us there. The kids deserve to start at 1-2. Valencia looking good early here though. Even Meccano can't get it clear. Hiller's shot goes just wide the post. Still 0-0. Can't afford conceding an away goal tonight. Nigeria, Bamba, Watkins. Lovely little shimmy shake. Jonathan. Tripped. Thank you, referee, for playing advantage. Oh, he's back, baby. 2 in 3 for Ollie Watkins. The trademark celebration. We haven't seen it in so long. Forest in front and number 9 with the goal. Fair play for the referee there, not stopping play and blowing for a free kick when he could have done so. Gave us the advantage. Jonathan rolls through Ollie and starting up top in this game and not as the inside forward shows. This is where he wants to play. This is where he's best. And number 9 would finish his trademark celebration. First ever European goal for him. Forest take the lead. Half time. Far from action-packed, we do hold a slender 1-goal lead. This tie in this game certainly stood up for the grabs though. Morgan to Watkins, quick little knock-off, and away go the duo. Bell to Watkins, down Axel Zagadou coming across. There's men in the middle. He's found Ajeri, who just lost his footing, and Valencia clear. Still the lead is only 1, and whilst we have looked a better team, Valencia look very good when coming forward, particularly on the break as well. I really could do with a second goal to give us some breathing room here. Rice to Origi. Watkins, quick little knock-off, but Divock couldn't release him through for the one-on-one. And this is a very, very nervy second half. Still, we only lead by a goal. Hilaire denied by Robinson. Flags up for offside, wouldn't have counted anyway, but Valencia now sensing they could find a leveller. I think might have to take a 1-0 here. And no, he prevented the away goal. And be satisfied enough with that. Jay. Oh, brilliant. Where did he go? Where did Jay go? Give it back to him. Oh, he's just too good. Too good. Ding, ding. Jay Bell makes it 2. Glorious goal from the kid. And who's the first man over to celebrate with him? It's little bro. There's the 2-goal cushion we wanted. Lovely movement from Bell. Faked the fake Rabona. Offloads to Declan, who said, come on, bro, I can't score, but you certainly can. Lovely first touch. What a finish. Bends it just inside the near post. This guy this season has been unbelievable. Forest lead by 2. What a big result this will be if we hold on to the clean sheet. Say Declan can't score them. He scored on the weekend against Bournemouth, though it was a tap-in, to be fair, to an open goal. I think I could have scored that one. As we still lead by 2. Don't really need to push for a third goal now. I'm fine conserving energy here. But if there is an opening... Oh, it's glorious. Ollie Watkins, he's back, baby. 3-0 Forest, and that goal could really make the deficit too much for Valencia to turn back from. 3-0, what a finish, what a player. Ollie Watkins back where he's loved and back to his best. Divock with the offload, lovely little Ivan Toney-esque dummy. And unlike the chip in the first game against the Foxes, this one is just perfect trajectory with that weaker left foot. Sails over the goalkeeper, he's got no chance. Forest surely have 1 foot in the quarters. He failed to adapt to life in the Premier League. Arsenal took a gamble on him. He went to the Emirates but struggled there in North London. But now he's learnt from the harsh experience. He's back to his best. Ollie Watkins tonight with an absolute masterclass under the lights. And again, the key tonight being clinical, lethal and deadly in front of goal. Every single shot hit the target and 3 of them found the back of the net. And not a single surprise for man of the match. Back where he's loved, back to his best. Ollie Watkins is our backup striker. I mean, this is an absolute dream, man. He was brilliant tonight. And that will end today's episode of the Lockdown Career Mode as well, guys. So a massive thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. And I will see you for the next episode as we take on Chelsea in our first ever EFL Cup Final at Wembley very soon.